Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Gustavo from Divergence AI, and I want to show you our latest update, version 0.1.4. This version has two new features, the most important of them all being long-term thinking, so for consecutive tasks. So I have my version of ANSYS HFSS here open, although this is not necessary, it's just to show you what we're working with. This is a design that has multiple designs in it, so it has an antenna, a feed network, and let's say a feed structure. So we're going to be interacting with that, so let's load it up. This is just as like before, you click load project, and the first thing that I want to call your attention to is that, okay, well, so as it connects to HFSS is calling it, but I want to point at this right here, this UI element. We noticed that when a new notebook was saved, that the naming was a little bit hard to classify. So now we added this UI element so you can name your designs. So it gets a little bit better organization. So you have the date automatically, but you can name it however you like. So that's the first thing, naming. Now, once the design is connected, the code is written to connect, and you extract some metadata from the design, it's time to analyze it, right? In this example, this file has two designs solved, right? The element is not solved, but the other two are, and so we can ask questions about it. And in particular, in this demo, I want to show you the power that we have added to the thing. So we're going to actually concatenate tasks into one big paragraph. So we're going to say the classic thing is plot S11, magnitude and phase, and then we're going to say for all solved designs. And then we're also going to ask, let's say plot, so then plot the Smith chart. Maybe then we want to export then all the data into CSV. This is a classic thing. And then finally run a parametric sweep on a parameter of the simulation. For example, for I know there's a parameter called GY from 12 to 14 with a step size of 1. So this large paragraph, as you can see, there's a new UI element, and it's because our model is now capable of breaking apart any request into actionable subtasks. So for example, it's going to start by generating plots for S11, magnitude and phase for all solved designs, and it's going to share progress as it goes. So we have our AI is probably generating some code or leveraging the tools that we have created, and you can look at the evolution of what's happening in this bar right here. So for example, we have an execution step says is using an analysis generator, creating some analysis code, and it's calling a specific tool, which is the HFSS post-processing code generation tool. So once it's done, we'll see some update here on the right. So it created the S11 magnitude for the two designs that were solved and the phase. Okay, great. Now it says next I'll generate the Smith chart for all solved designs. But just so you know, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just moving my mouse around to show you what is happening. So hopefully, and now again it's going to execute some steps to generate the code for the Smith chart. I think is next. Great. So let's see. Okay, awesome. We got another part. So we got the Smith chart for both designs. Great. Next, it says I will export all S parameter data to CSV file for each design. Awesome. So it's still executing the next step. Perfect. So it exported data to this file. This one SIW feed structure S11 is CSV, and then the other one is somewhere in here as well. And now finally, which is the second part of our release today, is that I asked it to run a simulation. Well, we actually enhance our parameter runner simulation agent to actually now is able to monitor the status of the simulation as it goes and return stats about it. So I don't know if you can see, but the simulation started for the design, and we have this new UI element here called simulation running. It has stats about the simulation, and it's gonna get updated every few seconds. So you can see here right now that we can see that we have stats about each pass that is happening, the frequencies that we're scanning through, for example, the convergence rate, the tetrahedra, the memory use, and how much time has been elapsed. And so, of course, this is going to take some time. Like I asked it to run a parametric sweep for this variable GY, and so as this continue go, I will continue to get updates here until it is done, and then you can continue your analysis. I actually forgot to show you that, of course, you can see the stats that the simulation is running here, but if you have a visual instance of HFSS running, you can see that that simulation is running as well here. Again, this is not necessary to be displayed. It could be run in non-graphical mode, perhaps to save memory, but it's there. Okay. The simulation is over. You can see here that the simulation status tab says simulation complete. It took about 4 minutes, 34 seconds, and you get a system message as well that it wrapped. And so now you can continue the analysis and ask questions about the variations that you have created or anything else that you want. If you like what you're seeing and you want to try our beta, it's free right now. So please message me, DM me, or go to divergenceai.xyz and sign up for the beta there. Thank you so much.